Suppose that you want to buy a product based on its reviews from a website such as Amazon. But you may have several questions. In this video, we show you how to build a chatbot using LangChain so that you can chat with it and get its recommendations. LangChain is an open-source framework by which you can connect a large language model like ChatGPT with your data to create chatbots or AI applications. To learn more about it, please watch our previous videos on this channel. To start, we first create a collab notebook and choose a name for it. We then install LangChain and 2 other packages that are required for our code. This may take a few seconds to complete. We then import some libraries such as Panda and JSON. To get the review data for different products, we use a public dataset provided by Amazon. Just search Amazon review data in Google and open this website. Then scroll it down to get a sample small dataset. In this example, we use the Amazon fashion dataset, which has about 3,000 data samples. Right-click on it and download the zip file. We then go back to the code and upload the downloaded file to Google Colab. For this purpose, you can upload it to the sample data folder. Note that this dataset is a compressed JSON file. So to read its data, we need to first unzip it and use the JSON library to get its data. Therefore, we first open the zip file and then read each line of it. Each line is in JSON format. So we pass it to the JSON loader. The output is then appended to an output list. Let's print the created list. As you can see, each product has a dictionary with various items such as the rating score, review text, color, and others. In this example, we process only the review texts. To do so, we first convert our list to a Panda data frame. The data for each product is then inserted in a row of our data frame. We pick only those products that have review text. This can be done using the second line. Now let's print our data frame. As you can see, our data has several columns that are the attributes of our products. Each product is in a separate row. We also have a product identifier with a certain code. Also, this dataset has about 3,000 products. The next step is to clip the review text to make sure that they are not very long. For this purpose, we define a simple function that truncates the review text of each product in our dataset to 500 characters. We apply this function to the review text column of each row in our data frame. We then store the truncated review text in a new column in the data frame. Note that some products may not have enough review texts. So we first sort the data frame by the number of review texts and sort them based on their overall rating. We also group them based on their product ID. This way we get a sorted data frame. Note that a SIN in the Amazon dataset specifies the product ID. To reduce the amount of data, we select an arbitrary product ID to create a small data frame. In other words, we slice the data frame to get only one row of it. This can be done using this code. You can try different product IDs here. This way we get all the review texts for a specific product ID. The next step is to convert the truncated column of the selected product to a list of texts. By running this code, we get a list that contains all the review text for the selected product. We pass this text to our LLM to ask questions from it. To do so, the first step is to convert the obtained list to embeddings and store the embeddings in a vector database. For this purpose, we use the face vector store and Hugging Face embeddings. Using the last line, we create our vector store based on the embeddings of the input list. Note that embeddings can be considered as a numeral representation of each text in our input list. The created database can be used as an external source of data by our LLM to answer our questions. This process is known as RAG, or Retrieval Augmented Generation. RAG allows our LLM to answer questions about our own data. We now define our large language model, or LLM. For this purpose, you can use OpenAI models like ChatGPT, but in this example, we use a free LLM called Falcon. To use Falcon, we use this repo ID from Hugging Face. You also need a Hugging Face access token. To get a free token, go to the settings of your Hugging Face account and generate a new token and copy it here. After that, we create our LLM using Hugging Face Hub from LangChain. We pass our token and repo ID as well as 2 parameters. The temperature parameters controls the diversity of the outputs of the LLM. The other parameters specifies the maximum number of tokens in the generated outputs. We now define our chain by connecting our database to our LLM. To do so, we load the Retrieval QA and Retriever from LangChain. We then specify our database as a data retriever. After that, we create our chain by passing our LLM and Retriever to Retrieval QA. This way we obtain our chain. We are now ready to ask our questions from the LLM about our selected product. To do so, we first define our question or query. We then pass our query to the invoke function of our chain and print the generated response from the LLM. In this example, we ask the LLM to see whether it recommends us to buy this product based on its reviews or not. As you can see, the LLM's response is positive. It also tells us the overall impression of this product based on its reviews. You can now change your question and get a different response. This was a short tutorial on a use case of LangChain. Hope you liked it. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel.